you? I hope you've all had a good week and weekend so far. My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business in Mansfield called The Flower Patch. Before we start, I just want to welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing, and I hope you're going to enjoy the videos, and I hope that they're going to give you some good ideas. Right, today I want to do a small little bouquet for a wedding. I'm not sure whether I'm going to start, I think I may start and do it in perhaps like a bridal one. If it's not a bridal, it'll end up for, you know, a bridesmaid. And I've already attached the ribbon onto the bottom. I put a little piece on, then went around and then glued it at the top. And it's got a dry oasis in. I bought them for already with the dry oasis in. And so we're going to do that. I've already made a bow. And it's got obviously the cerise like the handle, the cerise pink. Oops, I've got my tie wrap in. I've not fastened my tie wrap on because I'm going to attach it later on. But I've got my bow that I've already done, 4-inch loops and 3 of each colour I've done. And I've got the cerise pink, I've got the pink mesh, baby pink raffia, and I've also added bits of 2 different colours of deco mesh tubing, just to give it a little bit of funkiness. So I've already done that. So our colours today are pinks and whites. I've cut this off of a vine because it's got little pink roses on, and I wanted to add that at the front hanging down. So that's for that. I've also got some wispy vine as well to hang down the front as well, and maybe odd bits around the side, just to give it again that long length where it's hanging down like a teardrop. So we've got that as well. I've also picked out some of my eucalyptus, my silver dollar, with it having bluey colours in. That will also look beautiful against pinks, as you can see just there. And I've also just got out a few of my ornaments of my variegated ficus that I may incorporate around the bouquet, and the odd one coming down at the side. And with that as well, I thought I'd get a bit of fern out, the light coloured one. I don't want the dark with us having very light pinks. I thought we'd use the light rubbery texture from Leaf. And also from the company called Leaf, I've got out bits, my oddments of asparagus fern for the softness in the bouquet. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to use these, but I have got some grasses in pinks with the little buds on the top, and also little bits of fern, as they've got, you know, they're slightly flocked, so they are lovely. So I'm considering putting them in. In fact, I'll put that bunch there and keep that one there. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping everything. I've also got out, I've got some pink in this. I've just got 2 because I thought about just chopping little bits off and incorporating those in with the flowers around the top. So I've got a couple of those. And I've also brought out, because whites and pinks look lovely together, some of my willow stem, and I thought let's get some of that in. Now, I did get these out, but I'm now doubting. I may have some hanging down, but I won't be having them, I don't think, hanging up. But my small miniature calla lilies, which are my favourites. So we've got those. And also in bridal, you see a lot of gypsophilia. So I've got one of my many bunches out. I've chose this one with it having some seeds in it as well. And I thought we'll put some of that in also. And for our floral, I have got these little miniature stems of roses where you get like 2 open flowers and then a couple of buds on. as well. So I want to incorporate those. And then also I've got my other roses, which are opened up, bigger roses, which I've got one I cut off earlier. I may want one hanging about down here, just under there, and then perhaps bring in another one up here, which is going to hang down the front. So that's what we're going to do today. So before I attach my bow, I want to get our long pieces in. I've got a bit of tape there. I'm going to glue this in, and I'm going to do it just there. Let me just turn it around. And I want that hanging. You can move these leaves on it if you think they're facing the wrong way, like that one. You can twist them to bring them slightly forward so they're like that. So I'm just going to hang that in there. My stand may not hold this because this is too wide to go through the second hole, so it may end up a bit wonky to start with. So let's get one of our long vines. Just going to move some of these leaves on here are pushers, so you can maneuver them in any direction that you'd like. And I also want perhaps one going under here or at the side of the roses, and you can like bend this stem so it's not sticking, you know, out, and you can put it in any position that you'd like. So we're going to just glue that one in as well. I'm doing it in my hand to start with because I just want to get the bottom of it, you know, done. And if you see any glue, again, just wipe it off. I'm doing the front where I finished the bow at the back, so then that covers it. Once we've got everything in, you will not see that, especially when we put our bow on. If we decide to put it underneath, that will hide the fold. And I'm going to get a little piece. Again, you can maneuver your leaves because I don't want all of them the same size next to each other. So again, I'm going to put that one in there and just bend it, moving any glue. So it's bending down like that. I mean, if it's going to end up as a bridal one, you can just manipulate it slightly up a bit so the bride can hold it like that, and enough room for her hands. I may even decide to put the bow on the back. It's all right to have your tail ends hanging down, but I may put it on the back for the bride so she's got something to look at from behind. And I think I may want one more piece. I'll grab a long one again. So I don't want any more of those. And I'm going to put that one underneath the rose here. So then the rose can sit just there, so you've got the wispiness just dangling down. Just going to move it this side slightly. So you've got your wispy bits hanging now from there. I don't know how to hold, in fact, I've just come up with an idea how to hold that upright. Get a bit of floral tape, wire. I'm going to just see if this works, guys. keep saying I've got to get a more of a heavyweight one, because this isn't a very heavy one. In fact, bring that round. Oops, I want to hold it in place. If I can just bring a bit more of the floral, and then I'm going to twist it to see if it holds it in place. Oh, you watch, it won't work. I don't think it's going to work like that. No, let me try something else, because that will irritate me. Keep coming down like that. So this is where you see where I try different things. That's why I don't cut and edit. It's so you can see. Let's have a look around here. If I place one down there, come through and attach it up here, it may hold it better. Oh my good gracious me. Oh, have I got a bit of luck? And I can snip that off when I've finished. It's just to hold it. I think that's better. So let me just then bring it down the bottom one and see if I can twist it at the bottom as well, just for that extra support. One moment guys, I don't think that bit's going to work on the bottom, but never mind, we've got at least some sort kind of support. So that's how it's going to sit. So I want to put in also just a few of our fern coming down from the side as well. Take that prong off. I'm trying to look for the ones with the longest stem. Let's just turn that one round as well. So if I could bring that also so it's sitting here. So I always tend to start with the longest piece first, because once I've got my floral here, it's harder to see or pinpoint where I'd like things to go once they're in there. Well, you know, once there's flowers in there and in the way. Excuse me. Oh, my chest infection's getting better. Thank goodness. Just want to manipulate them slightly like that. Now I'm going to put one on this side as well, and then just bring that slightly down like the other one. So we've got that, and because I've got these flowers, the roses, pink roses, where I'd like one to be sat down there, so I will have to put a pick on this just to make it slightly longer, and we'll use green because we've got a green stem. and then attach it on to the pig, and I'm going to pull it quite tight without snapping it, and I'm going to do it really neatly because a bride doesn't want to see something that's rushed and the tape looks like it's not uniformed. So I make sure it's really tidy. So it looks like that, so it doesn't look like it, you can tell it's tape, unless obviously you go right up. So how long do we want that? Because I want the head to pop slightly up. So I'll cut it about there. I'm going to go in here. So you've got this rose slightly longer with the head just slightly lifting up. And then I think I'm going to put another one there. Got a tag still on as well. So this one, I'm going to take the leaves off. Oh, it's got that double plastic on the bottom. And I'm going to do the same position, you know, with the head slightly lifting. And then that one is going to go about here. So I'll cut a little bit off. And I'm just going to go above and have that one sat like that. So at least with those in, if I maybe put one, just a small one. Let me just think, or I could do it there. Yeah, I'm going to put these, just a smaller one on its own, a fern coming from here. I can cut one of those off. I'm just going to pull some of the leaves off of the end so I've got a bit of a stem. I'm going to place this also just on this side, and again I'm just going to manipulate it over so it's hanging. So that's what we have at the front of the bouquet. I'm going to hold on to these ferns again because I may have just like these little ones popping up, but I do, in fact, I'm going to put these little ones at the back. So let me just take the center off of these, and I'm going to spread the little ones around the back here. Any glue again, just wipe off. I will show you. Let's get one more. Use one in the center. So we've got that effect at the back as well. So we've got a bit of foliage sitting at the back of your bouquet. So again, I will just hang on to those, because if we're going to put our bow on, I may cut the tail shorter, but if we're going to put our bow on even at the back for the bride, you want a bit of foliage. You don't just want to see it sat like that, you know, with nothing underneath or just around the edge of it. So that's the reason I put foliage on there as well. Right, now let's get, now do we use our ficus first? Let me take the elastic band off. Oh, I forgot last week, not at the weekend, a lady from America was telling me, we call it dry oasis for artificial flowers. I forgot all about this until just now. She says in America they know it as Sahara oasis for dried flowers and silk. So that's a new thing for me to know. So that's something new I've learnt. So I thought it was just dry oasis everywhere, but she says what they call oasis is for the fresh flowers, but for dry flowers and artificial, it's Sahara oasis. So that was good to know. I'm going to put this here because I want a variation of different foliage hanging down. I'm not going to overdo it around with the ficus, so I'm just going to place that just there. So as you can see, we're forming this shape coming out as well. So I'll do one on the opposite side. I'm just cleaning the stems. I'm going to do it here also. And you can again just bend them over slightly so they're not sticking out too much, because we don't want it really big and wide. So you've got a different variation here, as you can see. So again, I'm going to put smaller pieces around the back. Just one, with just one stem, a little stem with 3 leaves. I'm going to mix those up also at the back. Again, for the bow, to have something to just bounce off. And one more. See, this isn't very strong, that one. So I'll have to take one off of here, because that one hasn't got any wire in. And again, I'm not putting too much on there. So that is how you can see it, just there. I was actually thinking earlier that I may also place one of those there, because I thought when I just had a look earlier, let me take that hook bit off because that keeps catching. I thought that would look lovely as a backdrop for the roses, like that. So let's get a full one in. So again, I'm going to go under. Just trying to manipulate it so you have that effect for that. So we'll hold on to those other pieces of ficus. I'm going to cut bits off for our eucalyptus as well. Because of the eucalyptus, we want some. I mean, we may even just, if you've, cut the odd smaller pieces off. But I'm just going to bring some come in here, because when we start to add our flowers, if I can just grab one out, they will sit alongside the eucalyptus. I don't know if you can see if I turn it, and they will sit lovely on top of the eucalyptus like that. So I'm just cutting bits off. I'm going to cut off really short where I've trimmed the other ones off of it, so it doesn't look like we've been cutting on it. That's better. That's 3. I'll take 5 to start with. We'll place that over there also. Let me just check where I've cut the other ones and cut that other piece of stem off where we've chopped them. Really close up again so it doesn't look like we've been chopping away. So we've got those. Let me just see about these grasses because I'm not sure as of yet. See, they could look quite nice. Just 3. Don't know, I'll hang on to those. I'm still a bit unsure. So the ones that I'm not sure about as well can go on there. Right, I'm going to start and put our foliage in. Flowers. Again, with the florals, I don't always start with my foliage when it comes to bouquets. I do, you know, I swap and change as I'm going around. So there's 3. I'll hang on to those in case. And I'm going to cut take a few of these gypsophilia out as well. These are on rubber stem, so these will have to be cut. 3, 4, and I'll take 5 of those also. And keep the others on this side because they are quite big, you know, in a cluster. And I'm going to cut the white. I'm going to get it all prepared, and then I'm going to leave some longer stems as well in case I want to put a longer piece in. So all the ones that I'm not using at the moment with longer stems I will place at the side. Concerning the calla lily, I'll take 5 of those, but again I may not use them. It's just something again for the background, for backup, sorry. And with this, now I'm going to cut these in little pieces. So we've got just little stems. And that's what we're going to use. And they are going to sit in, just coming out like that. So we've got majority of it prepared. And again, there's our asparagus fern. This is how I do when I'm actually doing a bouquet. I get everything cut down before I even start. So I thought I'd show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a smaller one, so we'll take that one off. Any more? So what I'm doing, I'm just cutting these down so I can have some long and some small. So I've got a variation of size to use as well. And again, to soften things up, oops, I can't get it off my hand, just to pop the odd one in around. You may be thinking there's a lot there, but there isn't. So with these gypsophilia, I'm not going to place the cluster in like that. I could and then, you know, place the flower, but I don't. There's quite a lot of cluster. So what I'm going to do, you can pull these off and insert a pick in the end. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's, again, I want to prepare it all. What time are we on? Oh, early. It's Friday. Where have I got Friday from? I don't know what where my husband's been. I'm just wondering why it's so early. Where did I put that now? He's just thrown me. I don't want the stem this long, so I'm going to cut this stem around there and then use the other one to put in another piece. Oh, I think he's gone and got the wood to build my unit. Oh my gosh. Because I did ask him and say, where's all my wood then? And he did say he's going to fetch it at the weekend, because on Friday I asked him thinking he was going to bring it home Friday. I would have bought it home Friday. It saves me having to go back at the weekend. But he loves work. When it gets to winter, he hates it. He really does, because he's got this condition he has, ME, the cold really gets to him. But yet he gets bored, he likes to be doing something. So this gives him an option of doing something. I ought to start thinking of something else for him. I mean, he won't decorate because he doesn't like it. I mean, I don't. My sister does. She adores decorating. So on these, you've got some little pieces that are the actual gypsophilia and some which are just the little seeds. So you've got a mixture of them both. Again, I'm just cutting several off. And again, this can, when you do a bridal, save a lot of pennies, you know, from putting a cluster in. Oh, I missed it. From putting a cluster of them in together by just separating them and, you know, positioning them here, there. They're very fine and delicate, and that makes it look all the more beautiful. I have done though where somebody just wants gypsophilia wedding bouquet. They are lovely. Even the fresh ones, I've done them in fresh. They are beautiful. And there's one more on here. So I'll take this off. Again, it's best. I like to, you know, prepare it all. And I did say to my husband Thursday, actually, last week. Was it Thursday? Might have been Friday, but one of those days. I'm going to show them how I prepare everything before I start doing something. So we may need some more. So if we do need some more, I've got these. So I'm going to put these back. And then maybe if I want again, like just the odd one again, I'll use them. So we've got our floral, and I'm only using 5 of these bigger roses. So I don't want that one because we've got all these little ones, and they will, believe it or not, will take up a lot of space. So I thought if I just use 2 there and 3 on the top, that will be more than enough. So I'm going to cut now these at this length. I may want them shorter, but I'm not taking the risk of cutting them too short. Oh, it's raining. Oh, it's raining. My husband's made it back in time. Oh, one moment. Okay, thanks, babe. You just got back in time. Oh, bless him. He's just gone back and he's made me a cup of coffee. Because I didn't make myself one, to be quite honest. I forgot all about it. Let me just see how. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut a few more. Take that tag off. Right, I'm just going to cut those for now. Again, if I need any more, I've got those. So that's how I prepare everything. Oh, my cat's here. Oh, here we go. So welcome newcomers, as I say. This is my cat Marley, the one who's always biting my flowers or playing with them or crying. Yes, yes. Don't touch. You're wet. So don't touch me if you're wet. I don't like it. It's horrid. A horrid feeling. Go over there. Let me just move this chair because he may sit on the chair. Go and sit there and go to sleep. Hopefully. I've got that chair there, so I'm going to move that. I have to turn it backwards because it started sitting on the chair that I use. Even though I do use both of them, I put his blanket there, but because I've got a cushion, he wants to go and sit on the cushion instead. You can't win. Right, guys, let's start. Get everything else out of our way. So first of all, I'm going to place these flowers in. The bigger ones, I've got that there, so I'm going to bring this one here, so it's got 3. And then I'm going to put 1. So that is, as you're looking at, 6 o'clock, then 10 o'clock, then 2 o'clock. So I don't cut all the flowers really short. I do leave a bit of length on in case I decide I want to make it slightly longer. So I'm going to put that one there because I want them to have their own space in between. I hope this holds up. So then 1 at 10 o'clock and then 1 at 2 o'clock as you're looking at it. And I'm putting these on the top. You've been eating something. I can smell meat on you. What you've been chewing? You've been eating Evie's food. Yes, I bet. So that is how they're positioned. So as you look at it, you can see there we're going to put 1 up in the centre where I want to use it as the height. So I know how far to stay within. So in the centre, this. Let me just look at it from the front. That's it. That will stay. Oh gosh, this is irritating me. Like that. So it's coming down. I wonder if I could put an elastic band. I'm just looking at one. That may do it. That may do it. So I'm going to pop it through there. Yes. So I can sit it up. Oh, Marley, you're in my way. Don't. Here we go. On it goes, on his travels, well, his silliness. I'm just threading the elastic band round. Molly! You naughty cat. And I'm going to do this one on this side. So hopefully it stays. I think that's the best I'm going to get it. But, oh, go out my way. Here, sit on my cushion. Because you... Oh, no, I don't like that. It's going to jump back up in a minute. Here we go. Round 2. Go away. Don't go near there. It's hot. Come on. It is hot. Oh, gosh, guys. This is why my videos take so long. Go and sit on this blanket. Come here. Molly, on there. No, not on me. So you can wipe all your wet on me. Oh, my giddy aunt. So where I've put these roses, I'm going to stick in the odd bit of gypsophilia already. Molly, no. And I'm going to place those also just there. No, it's not. I know you can see it's floppy. You're not having it. You'll get burnt. Move away. No, 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 no. Don't put your nose on it, Marley. You will burn your nose. Naughty boy. You see me doing this, it's because I'm trying to push him away from it. Because it will get, it is hot. And it will get burnt. Take one of these. Heebie-jeebie. And I'm going to put the odd one also coming down, but underneath the rose. These 3 roses as well. So we'll go under, remove any glue. So some of it incorporates into the foliage around it. So we've just got that little bit of white flower with the foliage as well. So it's not just all around the top. I'm going to place one. Oh, moment, that went in wrong. Place it at the side. It's better. Oh, I hope that band holds. So I'll keep those. So now what I'm going to do is bring some of our floral around. So I'm going to start under here. I will definitely need money, a lot more. You can manipulate these as well. I mean, they're not got wire in, but if you just bend them slightly, even though they're not got wire, not too vigorously though, because they do snap. I have done that before, and that's how I learnt my lesson. I did it a few times where I just constantly did it and realised what I was doing wrong. As you can see, it's coming here, around the top, and then it's going down there. I like to manoeuvre the flowers just to give them a natural look as well, because not all brides want a compact arrangement. I'm going to bring this one just slightly lower. So it looks like it's going down. Let me just, I can smell meat on him. I think he's been eating my other cat's food. They are quite quick to make, really. I mean, again, I like to take my time when I'm doing a video so I can show you, you know, how I actually do it. So you can actually get this a look of what I'm doing. Is that the same length? Yes. I haven't got nothing. If you've eaten her dinner, then I have definitely got nothing for you. You're greedy. I've said to my husband, I'm going to have to stop him coming in here. I keep saying that. I will. So I like to, when I do like bouquets like this, like to buy the flowers where they've got more than one head on them. That one's got no flower on, so I'll take that little stem off. Where they've got more than one head on it, because then it tends to fill it more. And they've already been made into different sizes for you. I know you love me, but you can't come and sit on me. It's so, because you've got one lower here, then the highest one, and then one in the middle. So you've got small, medium, large. So they're already sized out for you and positioned for you. And that's what gives it more of a natural look. I want to come round here and finish one on here. So then that'll be the bottom row done. I mean, I was looking at actually some roses, bigger peonies, sorry, to put in. So that. So let me just look around. I want something there. So I may have to bring one here. Yes. So I'm not going to cut, I'm going to just put a 45-degree angle on this. Because it looks like there's too much of a gap here. So I will place that. Just coming slightly down. Just bend it. I may have to reposition it. Oh my goodness, the cat. It's the cat. Let me just see where the bit of... I wonder whether the white will look nice there. Because what I'm looking for is, I'm looking for the teardrop shade. So let me just have a look if I've got something else what will go along with that. I said I would move and look for something else. I've got some nice peonies. Do I have the odd white peony in instead? Or... one moment, guys. I saw something earlier that I thought they would look nice in, but then I chose to put them back. Is it those ones? Let me just have a look. Let me just get a couple of those. Oh, here I go. Or some with buds on instead. See, I've got a rose, spray rose. I don't want that. Oh, I've got so many different pinks of roses. as you saw on the video, and some are even at the bottom. You just have to bear with me, guys. Or do I just use those again? I did put some up there. Goodness gracious me, here I go. Again, I change my mind like the weather. Right, we've got those. We just get some white ones as well. I've got some white ones as well. And I've got the couple of those. I don't know why I picked those out when I've got some over there. But, and some more of those anyway. I just want to see if the white would look. Well, it's more like a very pale white. Oh, bend that rose slightly down. And I want to bring, let me take those off. It's got that plastic on the bottom, so that stops me removing. I can't get that one off. Removing the foliage. Ah, this will help me more. Yeah, those. I want one on its own. I know I can hear you. I really can, young man. But you won't leave me alone. I'll put the heater on and later on. So, I'm going to elongate it. I will turn it around, guys, because I want, you can see it, the roundness there, but I want something here to join to the point of the teardrop. Oh, Marley. I'll place that there. That's better. Where's the other one? Again, I will show you once I've just got to go up and in there. Look. Where's that rose? And push. So I need something here. So let me just get these again. Now I've got two what's got buds on. I'm going to take them all off. I'll place it there. Yeah, the ones with the buds on. So I don't need that. I'm going to take these leaves off again. Let me just check them. Oh no, they don't fray. I thought they would have frayed, so I may leave them on. That's why I tend to check, because sometimes they don't fray. So I'm putting this in through here, up there, into the oasis. This is going to form the V shape. I'm going to do the same with this one. The opposite side. I need to just have this facing me, everybody, just so I can get it spot on. It's better. So as you now can see, I have formed the V from the front by just placing another one here, two there, and then two more there. I've got that V line, and that then now I can work around and come over and then stay within this boundary. And that is what I aim for. We may add the white pieces of, oh goodness gracious me, that's only got one on. I wanted a piece where it had got two leaves on the top there. Back there. So what I want to do with these, where the ficus is here, I want to bring these just above. If I just try and place it there, so you've got a bit of white showing at the sides. Oh, I thought I was going to start playing with them then. And this is why when I do my bridal, I like to start at the teardrop side first. Oh, could I? No, 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 no. Bring one under there. Yes, and I'm going to bring some. Oh, they may need to be elongated. Oh, Marley, please let your mother work. Oh my good gracious me. Do I have to lock you out? Honestly, guys. Hey. It frustrates me. It really does. Because for some reason I could be working. He used to just sit on his blanket or towel. He doesn't like cat beds for some reason. He likes to sit on either a blanket, hard surface, or in a box, cardboard box, or even in a plastic carrier bag, or even a paper bag. But when I do my flowers, for some reason he just wants to sit on the flowers. And and then he'll start, if he starts to be in one of those moods, he'll start to play around with it and start chewing. So look, he's getting comfortable. And then when I move him, he'll meow at me like he's telling me, oh. Right, I'm getting my white corsage tape because I'm extending these leaves, the willow. So I need to keep in the same colour as what these stems are on the willow. Want to keep it really, you know, coordinated, and plus again I'm pulling it tight so it's really exceptionally neat. I mean, I do it neat, but when I do bridal I really make sure it's exceptional, because you can get some picky brides, guys. You may have experienced it, you know, because at the end of the day, they're rightly so, they just want what's right for them, and they want a perfect wedding day. So, and they're looking at you to give them that. So you have to try and do it without any mistakes, because the bridal one I did for the last lady, I mean, she was wonderful. She just loved it. And I told her to check it. Now I can see you've done a wonderful job, but I like the brides to check them. I even encourage them to check, because before they take it away, I don't want them to take it away and then come back and say, oh, this doesn't look right, and it's my wedding in 2 hours, or, you know. So when they pick it up either the day before, I ask them personally, please check it yourself. And if you see you don't like something, then I will sort it out before tomorrow. And you can stay here while I do it, you know, because it wouldn't take me long. They may just want a different flower putting in the odd places. I'll squeeze them in for them, you know, whatever they want, because They just want a beautiful day, don't they? And, you know, I did when I got married. I had a wonderful day. Everything was lovely. I had no complaints. So you don't want complaints for your bride, from your bride, should I say. So why not? So I think I encourage them to be picky. But like I say, I'd rather them, you know, look at it first before they take it. And then if they say, yes, that's beautiful, and then they come back to me, I'll say, well, you said it was all right yesterday, you know. But I will alter it for you. Again, I will. I've never had to, but I would. Never had to. But again, I really would. Right, with this, I'm going to go up here. See, it's moved my bouquet. And I'm going to place that. A bit of white also. Oh, look. So that elastic band. Oh, it's not the elastic band. It's the wire. So I just need that about there as well. So I'll cut some off of there. I'm just placing some more, a bit of white. Also just behind to give it, again, a little bit of white at the bottom. Okay. Oh my goodness. Just like that. I'm trying to get this to hold up and I just can't. So I put a bit of white under here, just to also with the foliage to form the V shape. Here we go, he's not going to like this. So, I don't know whether I can just, I may actually bring just a couple, or just mainly one actually, down here. Yes, I'm going to put one down here. So, again, it's caught, I have to elongate it. I'm just going to measure. Got a longer one. No, they're all the same size. So let's put a pick on this one as well. And again, this one's green. So we just start to wrap that around the stem of the calla lily and then onto the pick. I'm doing it slow so you can see that I'm doing it really tight and I am pulling the corsage tape so it looks really extremely tight and neat. What I'm going to do with this, all I'm going to do is bring this weight in between here around there. So you've got something hanging at the bottom. So I don't want all of that. So what we're going to do is go up under here. Try to avoid catching any of, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. So you've got also just a bit of white at the bottom as well. So that should be enough around here and here. Unless if I'd like, as I say, want to just pop the odd one of those in, but it's sticking out and I want to carry that all the way around. Not a lot of them because I don't want to overdo it with them because they are matte. No, 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 no. Well, stay there. Sorry I keep drinking, guys, but I don't want to keep wasting it because I do. I'm terrible for it. I mean, at the back it's still bare. It's still bare at the back there, and it's still bare here. So we need to be filling in here. So we've got our other pieces of these. So we may end up with about between 7 and 9 of the bigger ones in. Did I take the leaves off? No. So got that there. So I'm going to bring one here at the back. And some brides don't even want a bow in. They just want the actual, just flowers, and that is it. I didn't have a bow on mine when I got married. That's good. These are the two. We've got enough there. Move that mummy's way. Let's get some of our silver dollar in. I'm going to just hang some of this around the back as well. So we will have some just there. I know you're looking, mister. It's got bent leaves. Let's just manipulate that. I'm going to have that there. I'll show you how I've placed these at the back. Just want to try and bend the stem because these are quite hard on here. Now that is bugging me, so I'm going to cut that bit off. So what I've done around the back with the rose, I've placed the rose there and put some silver dollar eucalyptus in 3 just different areas there. I'm just going to have a look to place a bit silver dollar in there. Oh, we've got the grass, haven't we? Keep forgetting about the grass. Oh, I don't know about the grass, guys. It looks too much of a cluster. No, it's too much of a cluster. So we may need something else in place of that. So we'll put that on the floor. Let me just have a quick browse. Now then. This is where I... Sorry if I'm just staring. Guess what? I'm looking at it immediately. What is it? You tend to have a lot of it in weddings, as well as the eucalyptus. Ruscus. Ruscus. Why didn't I think of ruscus? Let me go and get it. Oh, I say, aren't I silly? Oh, we've got that there as well. Oh, no, stop looking. I look and then I just want to bring them all out. I said I'd be going out and just grabbing something else. Ruscus. I've got my long-stemmed ruscus. Now, with this, I want to be adding bits coming out. Why didn't I remind myself of ruscus? I used to do ruscus a lot with weddings. So that means I'm going to have to go in between some of them. So I'm going to have to make some slightly longer stems, just so I've got that length to come through. Just manipulate it. I'm going to see if I can get this one in. Just bear with me, everybody. Now this has got to go through up here. If I can get it without touching anything. Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to show you that. Ruscus placed in there, and I've manipulated it so that they go from different directions, so it comes through your floral. Excuse the wonky the wonky thing. Oh, I must get another one. So I had 3, 1, so about here. I'm going to cut it there to be on the safe side. And all I do, because I've got it about this long, and all I'm doing is just bending the main stem in different places. So then when I place it in, then I can spread the leaves in different directions, so they come out and your flowers can pop, one can pop there, through there, and another one here, and so on. So that is how I did it. So if I wanted it to go, if my cat would allow me, up here and pushed it right to the top, I'm not going to put it in, I'll just bring it through so you can see what I did. Oh, Marley. I've got to get under the flower. As far as the stem will allow me to go. So as you can see now, it's sitting within your flowers, and then you just manipulate your flowers to go around it so it looks like it's now coming out inside your flowers as well, like that one. So that's what we'll do. That needs to sit like that. Or should I put it that way? Oops. So let me just turn it around. Looks on the wonk. It's because, oh gosh, it's going all wrong for me. I still think I need another flower down there. Let me just see by just placing one there. Yeah, I do. I could tell because there's a big gap there. But what I want to do is get this in. I just wanted some greenery in between the flowers. Place that there, and again just move it around. Oh gosh, put that one there. Let me cut that off because that isn't doing me any justice. It's just wobbling around. That elastic band's come off now. Let me hold on. 1, 2, 3, 5. Put one there. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to put one there. Oh gosh, guys. What a disaster. Looks like I'm going to have to keep holding it. Like that. So, I'm going to cut these. Oh, it doesn't seem happy. I think, Molly, you brought me some bad luck. Right, guys, I'm going to pause the video so I can get that fixed, because it frustrates me if it's not perfect for you, if you can't see it properly, because it just keeps going up and down. So one moment. Hi everybody, I've finally done it. I've had to have about 3 or 4 attempts. I'm hoping this is all right. But why I did it, I noticed that down here, it was looking too bare. So I've just put a little extra stem in it as well. And 2 little bellflowers either side. But I did also notice it needed now something here on either side of this rose. So I've gone and got some darker Shreesy coloured roses, what I want to place in there, so then that will for definite be done. So I had to do it. It was bothering me. I had a good look at it and thought, you know, it's just missing something. So I did it while the camera was off, just to get those little pieces in. And I thought, well, with these pieces I'll show you by placing 2 here either side, you've definitely then got your elongated V. As you can see, it's quite bare there. If the cat's not in the way again, I'm going to keep moving him, otherwise I'm going to put him outside in the rain. Because while I was doing this, he just wouldn't stop following me around the room. So what I'm going to do is put 2 on there, 1 either side, just to fill up that space. So I've got to go under here and bring it up there. And I've got to do that on the opposite side. And then that one will be done as well. It really was bothering me when I stood back and I kept looking and thinking something's amiss. Got to be able to get this one in as well. If I can find, that's it. I want to try and get it at the same position. That's better, much better. I'm just going to move some pieces around now so I can get it all placed in exactly where I'd like it to sit. Just bend that on. I have got foliage on here as well, so I'm going to just moving things around, so again, like I say, so I can get them sitting right. Hey, finally. Right, and I've also, while I was out, I went to just cut some more roses off, some different style ones that I may want to add in around there. So what I'm going to do, before we do that, I've got a couple of bellflowers I want to place in as well. I'm going to place that just in there. I will put another flower underneath. In fact, I may put one of those in as well. Bellflower. Yeah, that was aggravating me. I stood back, about 3 times. And I just thought something's just not right. I could see it. Like that. So I need, I think, a different rose. And one there. I want one of these in the centre of it. So that will go. Oh, I may have to pull that back out and shorten it. So I'll take the glue off and shorten the stem. And just place it next to the hole that I've just made. So then that's now starting to fill it up. And I want two of these I've got. You don't have to have, when you do a bridal, you do not have to have everything uniformed. I'm just showing you a piece where majority of it is uniformed. So I'm just going to place a bigger rose here. It's got its own foliage. I'm going to turn it around in one moment. Just fluff that rose up a bit. Then I'm going to place one here. So now, as you can see, I mean, that one's slightly not in as much. I don't think I could get that in because it's glued now. Right, so that's more like now, as you can see, full at the front. So now I've got to work on the top. So we're going to place a few more and around the back as well. So I'm going to place a few more up here. So I'm going to use what I've got left on these spray roses. I'm going to incorporate those as well. We've got two there, so we'll have 5. Save that. And that one. Let me check this. I'm not going to need it that long. So we're going to add one little one, as you can see here at the side. Just to give it a bit of extra, you know, colour, different shade. Like that. Then with this one, I will put that there at the back. With the bigger head. And also with this other different style of rose. And again, I will show you. What did I do with the other one? I'm going crazy. smooth. What I'm doing at the back, I'm making it round at the back. I don't want it exactly, you can have it really flat, but I don't want it really flat. I want to just give that shape around and then come to the V at the front. Let's get some now, some of this. Asparagus fern in to soften it up. Just add a bit of greenery around here as well. Don't want those. I'm just pulling a few off at the bottom, so I've got a little bit of a stem to play with. Place one here. Put one here as well. Again, just pull off some at the bottom. Instead of putting a pick on, because I don't want to pick on them because it will be too long. It's not time for your food anyway, mister. And some of these longer ones, I'm just going to place to put some in at the front as well, just to incorporate it, what we're doing as well, soften it up. And this one I'm going to place here. So that's the asparagus fern in. I don't know whether I want these in now, because it's just mainly greens. Do I put it in? Let's get our other roses in now to start doing the shape around the back. It'll do off of me. So and just hold it from here. That's better. Just have a look at it from the back. So we want one there. Just to fill up that bit there. I keep thinking of getting something slightly darker just to put on the top. I may, because I do have some bigger ones, but they are roses and darker, but they are exceptionally dark. Well, cerise. So I may just stick with the spray rose. Let's just get those out. Just to add on to the top as well, just to give it a different colour. And I'm not going as high as this one, what's in the centre. No, like that. Oh, Marley, can you please move? This is why I don't want him with me, because he sits right in front of everything. And I know people say, oh, you've got a nice cat, but gosh, when you're trying to work, it has to be here. It can't be over there. I know that looks cruel that I keep moving him, but oh my good gracious me, I have to. Oh, I've got two of them. These are called Mason Rose Spray. So it's a rose, it's spray rose. So what I'm going to do, take that one off, take that one off. And then, because they've got a bunch of three, I'm going to place them there. So I don't want that one on the bottom. So I might have to just put a small pick on it. I've got the smaller ones, because they do incorporate themselves. I'll just have to get a bigger one. Gosh, my husband will be wondering when I'm going to finish. So that's one. Oh, I've ordered some more conifer, but this time I've ordered 25 bunches from a wholesale. Oh, that's another thing a lady asked me where I got them from. I did reply to her and say I do get them from my wholesalers, but I was looking on Shein the other day, last week should I say, or this week, and I did notice that they've got some on there. I don't know if they're the same, but I did notice there was conifers on there. Again, whether they're the same as I use, I couldn't really see. But mine, you have to have a business to purchase the ones that I get. But if you can get the same ones off of Shein, then that's great. Especially if you're just doing this as a hobby to start with. Because again, like I say, my wholesaler, you have to be a business, a registered business. So oh, I can't get that one in, it's bending. So let me cut it. So that's what it's like at the back. So all I need to just finish off is at the top. So I've got two there. I'm going to put the third one in. We're going to sit that nearer to this side, so it's at the front. sometimes I feel there's too much leaf in some of the flowers. So I just snip them off. So I don't want that anymore. Right. Now I have those. I have those. I'm not going to change the flower. I'm going to stick with these. Just want to see. Oh, have I used them all up on those? I know I've got some magnolia. I just don't want to change the flowers. So here I go again, off on my little journey. Just to see. Oh gosh, I've got that many. Oh, gosh, they're entwined at the bottom with all the others. I'm going to get some more of these. I'm going to stick those at the top. I'm going to take the greenery off because I don't want to see too much greenery at the top. And that one's going to sit like that. And as you can see now, it's when you get, you use a lot of small ones. That's why I was looking at the ones that I've been putting in. They are small, and the more small you use, the more you have to fill it. So I'll put that one there. I think that might be a bit too long, that stem. We'll see. Oh no. And then that's that. Get the other one. Pull that down there. We don't want that. Then sit that one. I don't know where to hold now. Instead of that one. So let me just have a quick look from up there. Right. Now I've got the little bits of fern left. And put 3 in. I'm just going to place these. This is where then now I start just putting in bits of fern. Just placing it in around the whole of the arrangement. I'm just going to place them where I'd like them to go. Because you can bend these over. I've got all the fern, but these are the lighter ones and they go better. Bring that one there. I'm just going to place them and then I'll show you. Just bear it in mind that they're not all fully in. I just dotting them around. Oh, I've got itchy face. They will be shorter than this, than what they're sticking out at. I'm just trying to get something to hold it on. There's something there. Do I get one of those? as well. And that'll be in the way. That's the reason I've not chopped on them, because what could I put in instead? Let me just take that out. It's the ficus. It is the ficus, everybody. The fern is just, I guess, too long for such a compact arrangement. Again, I'm sorry if this is getting on too quite long and you know. Just push these back in. Those two, I haven't got one on. Not on that. So we don't want those, so it's going to be the ficus. So let's get rid of half of our stuff that we've got hanging around, because it's confusing me. Still got our gypsophilia. Let me just sit that one there, because I can see a gap there. So we're going to place those out of our way. That. Right, now I can see, because everything was all bunched up together on the table, so I couldn't see really what I've got. So I'm going to just place this in, because I can see a big gap on the side. No. Can you see I'm stressed on my face? I start to frown when I get stressed. Let me take that out now, because I don't want the leaves on it. It's because I'm trying to do a video and I know it's going to keep coming closer and closer. And it just won't stop. So press that. Right, let me push that in a different bowl. Finish that bit off there. God gracious me. Oh, things are just falling out. I don't know why or where I've put that. Up here. It's not even got any glue on. There's that one there. It's here, I can see it. I can't hold on, guys, to anything. It's better. Yes, let's get this in. As you can see, we just need a bit of greenery around here. It's just too plain. We've got the greenery here, what finishes it off, but we need some in the top. So let me just straighten that as well. Right. And I position it forward because it'll be, you know, the guests that'll see it more, and they was, you know, notice it if it was back to front. Again, we may have to put some picks on some of these. I don't want them where they're really tall. I'm just having them where the bits of the leaves are just popping up. See, that's not got any wire in it. Is that one? No. That one and that one hasn't got wire in. So these are going to have to go on picks as well, because I can't, they're too short stem to actually go in. I'm going to use the other one to place on the end of this pick, to place on the other. Right. So I've got one there, one there. I'm going to have one coming out here. Just move your flowers so you can get it in. One. And the back there. As you can see, adding a bit of greenery just finishes it off and makes it look really, you know, pretty with the green. I mean, I have done a lot of bridal bouquets where they've asked for no greenery whatsoever, just flowers. And that also gives off a lovely, a different, you know, different look. It's eating the pot tape. It'll stick to your mouth. And again, I'm going to place some around the back as well. Just don't want it bare around the back. Let me just see. Place one in here. This is for the bride. And one under here. I think I need one here at the front. Let me just go and get another piece. See, those on the end haven't got any wire on, or in, should I say. Oh, my neighbour around the corner has changed her mind. She says she wants a real wreath doing, and has asked me if I'll do a fresh Christmas wreath instead. So I said I don't do fresh, but because she's my friend, I said I'll do one for her. I have done them before in fresh, but I stopped doing fresh a long time ago. Oh, I can't get that one in. Cut it shorter. Don't want it sticking too far out at the front either. I just want it placing around. It's bothering me up here. I think I need one here. It's just bothering me. So let's get a piece and stick it near the front. Whoops. Guess what I've done? Glued it instead of putting a pick on it. Well, that's just because I'm frustrated, guys. Sorry about that. I shouldn't, I should be more professional, and I shouldn't allow the cat to bother me. So I think I'm going to stop him coming in. I know some people like to see him, but it can be a real pain. Just that's better. I think there's one. There we go. It's sitting wonky again. Now, why do I feel this one needs to be there? I think this should be the last one because I don't want to overdo it, with a lot of foliage. I want it to be able to see the actual bouquet of flowers. Oh, I've got my sister-in-law coming tonight. That'll be fun. I just love it when she comes. She'll cheer me up. She always does. She's just so funny. I couldn't wish for a better sister-in-law if I'm being quite honest. That one needs to just sit back a bit. I've got one there, I want one here. Let's see if I can see a bit of oasis. It's quite... There we have a bit. I just want to hold. It's too long. It's too long of a stem. I'm going to have to cut at least that much off. Here we go again. again. Oh, I can't. Oh, there we are. That's better. Right. That is how it's now looking from the front. I don't need no more greenery, no more flowers. I'm not going to put what I've got left in. I'm going to leave it as that because it is quite compact, as you can see. Oh, go away. It is quite compact. The ball is there, you've got your handle there, and again you could put this on for the bride to have something to look at from the back, which then will give you some tail ends hanging. So if we take this finally off, this has really been driving me crackers. Let me just snip it where I've put wire on. Right. So as you can see, that's what you have, and the bride will hold it like that. So she's got now a teardrop bouquet. So if you want to place your bow, I have attached a bit, as you can see, of a zip tie or tie wrap, where you tie that around your handle. If you don't want a bow, because it is quite tight and you know the bow is going to get squashed, which I think it will, so I've changed my mind again, and what I'm going to do is take the bow apart, and I am just going to have, let me just straighten it out. I'm going to get pieces of the ribbon, and I'm just going to make a tail end. So I'm going to just gather a few together, even with the raffia. I'll fold that in two, join it all in my hand, and I've got the deco mesh. I'm just folding that over in one piece, and then I'm going to hold that down as well, and then I'm just going to gather it like that together, because this what's going in your bouquet, not this. So I'm going to get and use this tie wrap to fasten them all together, so I know they're secure. And then I'm going to get my scissors and cut above here, so I'm left with that. This is long, but I will cut that as we go along. So before I do that, I want to get some white floral tape, corsage tape, to cover that at the top. I don't want that fraying, so let me just cut that off. And then I'm going, before I do that, I'm going to attach this pick. Oops. And I'm pushing this pick just slightly in through the tie wrap, so it's held in like that. And then I'm just going to go around the zip tie or tie wrap with the corsage tape to hold and stop any fraying. And I'm going to go down, quite far down, because I don't know how much room I've got on the actual oasis to put it in. I may need it quite long, so I'm going to go down as far as I can, with the white, so it blends in with the colour scheme that I'm doing. And I'm leaving a little bit of green at the bottom because I want that, if it's long, that will go into the oasis. So let me just tidy that bit up. In fact, I might put another tie wrap on it just to secure it a bit more. I get paranoid with things like this because you never know. So I'm going to go above the tie wrap that I've just placed on. One moment. I find tie wraps awkward. Just cut. Oops. Oh, I nearly did it, guys. So I'm just going to go over that tie wrap that I've just placed on again, the second one. It's a pity they don't do them slimmer, you know, the square bit on them. I'm going to cut that one there, and then this one, a longer one. Then I'm going to cut that there. So at least then the bride has a bit of ribbon attached. Right, I can see it, so we don't need it that long. So I dip that in the glue. Oh my good gracious me. There we go. So then your bride has a tail end. That's if you don't want to place a bow, because I've come quite far down. Sometimes if I keep it up here, I will put a big bow at the back for the bride. But then she's now got a bit of colourful ribbon hanging at the bottom. You can twist it into different shapes and just put little curls on. So then that is what you've got for your bride. If I bring it closer, you may see it better from the different flowers that I've used. So these are all the different roses. They are all roses, some different shades, two-tone or cerise. I have got the little bellflower in, but I have put some white peonies in, just a couple, sorry. And then your tail end, where it goes to a V, with your ribbon hanging below. So the bride has got that. And then on the back, there's your handle there, as you can see, and she sees all of this. So she gets to see something of a bouquet instead of nothing, or just a plain bow. So that is what your bride has. And it won't sit in here, I know it won't, but I'll hold it. It's already fallen. So, sorry about my cat. Oh my goodness, you see, it's just not, I need something different. Sorry about my cat. It just frustrates me because he's very greedy as well, and he wants me to take him in the house and give him some food. He has dried biscuits there all day long, but he'd rather eat meat, and he won't stop meowing until I actually give it to him. And he's not due for at least another hour, so but it will be round my feet until I give in. but I can't. The vet says I can't give him when he wants, because then it, you know, he'll expect, every time he cries, he'll expect me to feed him, and he'll get into that sort of a routine. So he frustrates me sometimes, as much as I love him. It's just that he won't stop meowing. So I'm going to stop him coming in. I've got to. So, because I don't want to be looking frustrated on my videos. So I know we all have his bad days, but oh my good gracious me. I don't mind occasionally when he's in a good mood, but when he's just crying for food, that winds me up, because he gets fed 4 times a day, as well as his biscuits. So it's like, what more can he eat? You know, it's just greed, and that winds me up. There's people or other pets out there who don't get fed, and he's just getting it all. So I've got to stop. So I will be banning him from coming in. I tried him, let him in coming in, and he's just doing the same thing. In fact, it's like he's getting worse. So I don't want that. It's just negativity around me, and I'm a jolly person, and I don't like to be negative on my videos. So I'm ever so sorry, everybody. So, but anyway, back to our flowers. So if you've ever got a little posy, what I had, hand up with the oasis in, and you feel like you want to make a teardrop bouquet, you can watch the video, stop and start it as you go along if you've never done one before, and it may help you how to do it. So please like and subscribe as well, and share to your friends and family. And I hope you give it a go, and perhaps in a different colour than pinks. I just did pink because it's quite a popular colour for weddings. So it's all right, I'm holding it, but it just keeps moving. If I can put a stick in it there. I wonder if I can bend that and just place that in it. Hey, that might have been a good idea from the beginning. I just want to go down. Just to try and stop it. No. And that, you know what I've just realised that I haven't done? When I glued that one in, I haven't glued that one in. So it's just fell on the floor. No, it's got no glue on it whatsoever. So let me just take it out and glue it. I don't know what's up. I think I'm excited. There's not even an hole for it, or where it could have been. That's better. So again, that is our bouquet. So if you like, just give us a thumbs up, and again, I'm repeating myself, but please subscribe and share, and give us a little comment if you like, and send us some pictures if you've actually done one of these yourselves, or even just a 360 degrees bouquet. But this is a teardrop one, and that's for a lovely bride, and I'm sure she'd like that on her day. But as you can see, it does go down to a V. Now we've sorted it. So anyway, I'll leave that standing there. In fact, I'll place that there so it can be seated like that if it doesn't move. So all the best, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and take care and stay safe. Thank you so much. Bye bye.